Hello and welcome, my dear friends. Welcome to another interesting review of vintage piece. This time we are going to talk about a quite rare fountain pen. It's rare in the sense that since I've started collecting fountain pens in 2017, is the first time that I've seen this wonderful pen. If we examine it carefully, we can determine that it has the cigar shaped design of the 1950s, and indeed, we have in front of us a German piston filler with an ink window produced by the company BRAUSE, which is a German company based in Iserlohn. This company was founded by Karl Bergfeld and brothers Friedrich Wilhelm and Karl Braus in 1815 as a nib manufacturer. In fact, the company is still on the market today, and their deep pen nibs are very famous among calligraphers. I also have some steel deep pens in my collection produced by this company. This model that you see in front of you is called Cito 3030, and it is a simple pen intended for the educational market. So basically, a cheap and affordable student pen. The pen is made from injected plastic. It has this band over here, this blue band on the end of the cap. If we zoom a little bit on it, we can see the logo with the rooster and BRAUSE engraved on the clip. This particular one has some wear and tear, probably teeth marks. Remember, guys, this was a pen intended for school use. The cap rotates and it reveals a wonderful transparent ink window, and this was very useful to tell the level of ink. And also a steel nib. On the steel nib we have engraved Cito, the logo with the rooster, and BRAUSE. You will see that this nib, it has remarkable flexible capabilities. On the back we have a simple ebonite feeder, an interesting design one with those fines. And back on the barrel we have thermically engraved BRAUSE Iserlohn, and in the center the rooster 3030. And interesting enough, we have code, a serial number, and Cito. This serial number was unique to each pen, and the role of this serial number was to identify the owner of the fountain pen. And this way, if some of your colleagues tried to steal it, you could recognize it by this unique code on the back. And this method is not unique to BRAUSE. I found other school pens in the same period produced by Faber-Castell, which had the same characteristic right over here. So I will leave a link to the video of those fountain pens made by Faber-Castell at the end of this video, and you can see that also those have those links. And by the way, guys, I bought this as part of a lot. The lot cost me around 43 euros or 47 American dollars. I will also leave a link with that unboxing. But I estimate that I paid for this being part of that lot around 180 lays, or approximately 35.63 euros or 40.60 US dollars. So, my dear friends, I've already shown you the characteristics. By the way, it is a piston filler and it has a blind cap right over here. Okay. Interesting enough, on the back of the turning rod we have thermically engraved the same rooster over here, which is present, by the way, also here on the body and also on the clip. So the famous brown with the rooster. And they had also a line of deep pen nibs called Rustic, which bear the same logo with this domestic bird. Okay, so without further delay, my dear friends, I want to show you the main reason I bought this pen, and the reason is for its amazing nib. When you talk about steel nibs, you don't expect them to be very, very flexible, but you will see it's not the case with this fountain pen. So, before I will do the writing sample, my friends, let me leave the dimensions of this fountain pen on the screen, and I will also change the angle of the camera like this. Okay. And as I have also a notepad right over here, and by the way, my friends, we will write on Herlitz paper. So I have this here. Okay. For the ink, we will use a Pelikan 4001 Royal Blue ink. This is a very affordable ink. I can say it is a school ink. Okay. I will give it a little shake. Now I'm opening it. And let's see, my dear friends. I will take the Cito pen. Let me show you how the rod operates. So, like this, you can see the ending. And if we look closely, we don't have a corkscrew, which was popular in the early 1950s, and this is the reason that I'm guessing that this pen is from the late 1950s. So it has an injected plastic ending of the piston, and not a corkscrew one. Okay, now I will draw the ink. Let me see, like this. And you see that the reservoir is full. I will remove the excess of the ink, and I have a tissue right here to take the excess of the ink from the grip section. Let me put the tissue here. Okay. And now just put back this ending, this fake cap. And I will also post the pen. You can see it posts quite well. I will close the ink bottle to avoid accidents, and now I'm ready to do the actual writing sample. And as I told you, this notepad has held its paper. Let me give it a little zoom. And what do we have here, my dear friends? Let's see. We have a BRAUSE Cito. Okay, my dear friends, so we have a BRAUSE Cito 3, BRAUSE which was based in okay. This pen was made in Germany. I'm sorry, let me zoom a little bit for you to see better. Let's zoom in Germany in the late 1950s. This was a pen for school use, so for the educational market. BRAUSE produced fountain pens from the educational market from the 1950s till the early 1970s, my friends. And like I told you, this has a steel nib. So let me see. A steel nib, a Cito nib. Based on the way it writes, I believe it is an M for a medium size nib. And now, my dear friends, let me show you what let me show you the main reason I bought this particular fountain pen, and this is for its amazing nib. So I will try to show you. It has some very nice flexible capabilities. Just look at it. Wonderful flex. So we have a flex steel nib. Now let me show you if we have some line variance. So right here I'm not applying pressure. Here I'm starting to apply pressure, and no visible line variance. It is a pretty juicy nib. You can see that. I think it does the signatures nice, and you can see also that. I'm curious to see if we can reverse write with it. So reverse writing, and it writes very smooth in reverse writing. In reverse writing it writes like an extra fine one. Very nice. No loss of ink flow and no scratches, so definitely a reverse writing capability as you expect from a school fountain pen. So this is really a workhorse, my dear friends. Okay, reverse writing, the signatures it does quite nice. And now let me tell you about the Quick Brown Fox. Let me see a little zoom. Yes, so the Quick Brown Fox. Okay. The Quick Brown Fox jumps over the lazy dog. As you can see, a pretty good writer. So the Quick Brown Fox jumps over the lazy dog. And yes, my friends, you simply got to love this nib. And this is a testament of the craftsmanship BRAUSE had in producing nibs. And I told you they are still in business, and they produce very, very famous nibs for calligraphers. My friends, this Cito is quite a rare fountain pen, back from a period I love in fountain pen history, and that we are talking about the 1950s German pens. It was a fascinating market back then, and certainly probably one of the last periods when the fountain pen excelled before the bitter end brought by the invention of the ballpoint pen. But this Cheeto 3330 is certainly a good school fountain pen, and it was made in a period where Germany was recovering after the Second World War. So, based on little resources, they managed to make beautiful pieces that, as you can see in front of you, stood the test of time, and probably this will hold another 50 years, or if it's well kept, another 100 years. This is a wonderful piece, and I'm quite glad to have it in my collection. And my dear friends, this was its review. Tell me what you think about this Browse fountain pen. Do you own a Browse workhorse in your collection? This and the band right here certainly reminds me of the early Rotring fountain pens. I will get my hands also on a Rotring. I don't know if they had the blue band or the red band here, but very nice pieces, my friends. So, like I told you, this was its review. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day, my dear friends, wherever you are, and God bless you all. Bye bye.